All right, so today we're going to take a ride out to Bigcypress National Preserve. There's an ORV section out there where you can take your street legal 4x4 and go riding. But you just can't take your truck out there and expect to get out there because there is a gate and it's locked. So there's a process to getting your truck permitted and inspected to be able to go out to Bigcypress, Bear Island ORV section. So you're going to start by going to a browser and Googling Bigcypress ORV. And in there, you're going to find a link for the ORV section of the Bigcypress website. And that's the quickest way to get there because the website's not that good. In here are the guidelines for street legal 4x4s, airboats, swamp buggies, ATVs, and here's your street legal 4x4s. You are going to have a truck that has a 9-inch tread width across, and it has to be 4-wheel drive. They will check your truck and they will do the inspection. There's also an online class that you have to take, and it's going to explain to you where you can and where you cannot go if it opens. What's going on here? There we go. So you got to go through this online course, and at the end, it's going to ask you some questions, and you're going to get a PDF to fill out that acknowledges that you've gone through this course and you understand their requirements for taking your street legal vehicle off-road. Okay. And what they're going to do is they're going to come out, they're going to actually look at your truck, they're going to look at your tires, they're going to look at your registration, your driver's license, and your insurance. And then they're going to put an inspection sticker on the inside of your driver's door. And then you're going to have to pay for a permit to be able to get onto Bear Island. That permit is good for 1 year, and they only do $2,000 per year. This is August and the end of August, and they're only at like 800. So there's plenty of permits in a year. And that's the process for going there now. When you go out that way, going from Miami, so Miami's over here, okay, the Oasis Visitor Center is halfway across 8th Street, or State Road 41, and there's a dog leg in 8th Street. After the dog leg, before you get to the end of Loop Road, there is somewhere in here Oasis Visitor Center. Okay, it's about 53 minutes from Miami, and this road, you got to pay attention to the signs because this little road here comes up fast and you don't see it. It's kind of like a blind turn coming from Miami. Once you get your vehicle inspected, there's only one way to get into Bear Island. Further west on 8th Street or 41, there's another dog leg. And halfway up that dog leg, you're going to find a road. It's called Turner River Road. Okay? So Turner River Road is the only way to get into Bear Island. At the beginning here, there's a little park section with a toilet and a boardwalk where you can, take some pictures. Sometimes you'll see a gator there. Luckily today I happen to see one, so I got a couple of pictures of that. Now, what do you want to do before you go out that way? One, make sure you have a full tank of gas because your last chance to get gas is going to be at Chrome Avenue by the Miccosukee Gaming Resort at the Shell Station. After that, there's only one other gas station, and it's about halfway out in the Miccosukee Village, and sometimes they're not open. The other thing you're going to want to make sure you do is go to the bathroom before you go, because there are toilets, but they're pit toilets. And if you do go and you're not sure, bring toilet paper. These are some pretty nasty looking things to have to use. So you're going to want to put like 9 layers of paper on that bowl. And you're bringing the toilet paper, not for that, but to make sure, because there may not be toilet paper in this pit toilet. So make sure you bring toilet paper with you when you go. So once you got all that lined up and you go, make sure you tell somebody that you're going, when you're going to be back. Figure 4 hours minimum from Miami. Once you get past Miccosukee on 8th Street and you get past that Shell station, about 2 miles down this road, your cell service is going to be spotty at best. You may get calls, you may not get calls. You'll see in the video, a guy in Naples got a call into me. I got a spam call, and mostly it's just 1 bar of signal. So you're going to take 8th Street all the way west to Turner River Road. There's a short section in the beginning that's paved, and the rest is basically just dirt. It's a graded road. You don't need 4-wheel drive. You can explore all this without the permit. But this road is approximately 30 miles long, and it goes up under I-75. You cannot get to this road from I-75. Just past I-75, on the right-hand side, is the entrance to Bear Island Unit. Bigcypress National Park. So when you make this right, there's a small check-in station for hunters. There's a gate, and there's signage there that permitted vehicles only are allowed past this point. And you have a good bit of trails to ride in here. Google Maps is not updated in this area, because I can tell you right now that a lot of these trails you can't even see. You have to use the map that you can get from the Bigcypress website. There is a link to a detailed map. Also, before you go, check this website for alerts. If there's park closures or trail closures, it'll be posted here. One section of trail, it's a hiking trail, is Gator Hook. Sorry about that. It's Gator Hook. It's closed. So you'll have to check with this to make sure that there's no closures. Right now, all the secondary trails are closed, and that's what you got to do to get out there. So it's a long ride. It's going to take you time. This is not like a, hey, go get your truck there. This is more like an expedition. Make sure you take windshield washer fluid and make sure your fluid's full. If it's wet and it's raining, you're going to splash your window a lot, and you're going to need to use that wiper fluid. Other than that, make sure your truck is in good shape, because if you get stuck out there, you will not be making phone calls. I would say go with somebody. Don't go alone. I went by myself because I'm a lunatic. First time I had nothing with me. Second time, when I went today, I did have a satellite GPS unit. And I kind of narrated some of the trail. Most of the other trail is graded road. It's just going to be video. So let's get on with it. Alright, so this is Bigcypress National Preserve, Bear Island. We're just starting out. Most of this trail is pretty much graded. You can probably do this in two-wheel drive, but you can't get the permit unless your vehicle's four-wheel drive and you have a minimum tire width of 9 inches of tread width. There's a spot in the back where it's mostly underwater. It looks a little wetter today than it was the last time I came out here. Phone service out here is pretty much non-existent. You may get signal here and there. The time I came out here, I didn't have any kind of backup comms. Went through the back trail. It was pretty sketchy. Luckily I didn't get stuck. But you need to have a satellite texting, text messaging thing like a Garmin or a Spotify. Not Spotify, but a Spotify. I'm an idiot. Trail's mapped out. I used Gaia. Oh, this is the first time I've encountered this. I don't know what to do now. Interesting. Let's see what happens. Guess I could back out down to the front. Yeah, let me put this down. Sorry for all that noise. Oh, first time that's happened. We're further in. I don't know. I guess I got to figure out who's closest to a turnoff point, because you cannot go off left to right here or you will get stuck. There's a lot more water here now. Probably will not do the 2.5 mile back portion because I do not have a winch. I do have some knockoff Max Tracks. I get stuck out there and no winch, we're screwed. I'll take a look. We'll see when I get down there. It looks like more water. I made it through last time. So we'll see. So right now we're just going to enjoy the ride. See if we see any interesting wildlife, and we'll go from there. So now we're at a crossroads. Last time I went to the right, and that leads around and down. Going to the left, we can only go so far, and we have to turn around and come back. I haven't gone down this way, so I'm gonna try it. I don't know what's down here, but we'll find out. There's a point at which we have to turn around and come back, but let's see what's down here. Alright, so yeah, we're going to turn around and we're going to go back the other way. We found a spot that looks like it's safe to turn around. Hopefully we don't sink the ass into the truck. Alright, we don't want to go too far forward. We're going to go the other way. This looks boring. Yeah, this way. And we'll go see how high the water level is down the other way. And we'll continue along. That intersection's more exciting. Alright, this is called Gator Campground. There's a camping area in Bigcypress. It's one of a couple. Obviously, do not feed the gator signs. And there's food storage lockers for bears. So these brown boxes here, you're supposed to store your food in. And there's also bins for trash. And that's to keep the bears, keep you safe from bears. Yes, there are bears in Florida. Black bears. And black bears are not like grizzly bears where you can lay down and play dead. When you see a black bear, you got problems. So, a couple of campsites, there's fire pits, picnic tables that are cement. They look like they're in pretty good shape. Fairly well maintained, considering that it's back here in the middle of nowhere. It's not overgrown. The grass is a little long, but it looks like they come in every once in a while and trim it down a little bit. And it's a loop that goes around this gator pond. I don't know if there's any gators in it or not, but definitely do not go swimming in it. It's a neat little camping site. Nobody's here. I don't know if there's a season when it's big, and it's hunting season now. I think it's bow season. It's another bear food locker. And it's away from the campsites. So you should bring your food. You put your food in there, and if bears come, at least they're not coming into your campsite. They might have to transition your campsite to get to the bear box, but read up on bear safety and camping. And that's the Gator campsite. Tiny little loop. This is the part where we get to the back end of Ridge Trail. And this is the joint Ridge Trail and Harold Strand Trail. To the left is Harold Strand Trail. And over here to the right is the back end of Ridge Trail, which goes back to the front of the park. Now, doesn't look like much, but it gets pretty sketchy in here. But this is where we came for. So the problem with this trail is, once you commit to this trail, you're not backing out of this trail. There's no way to turn around, and we are alone. No winch. We do have Procomp AT Sport all-terrain tires and 265 65/17. The truck is running Icon front coilovers, so we're a little higher than stock, about 1.75 inches, but mostly just stock. The truck does have a automatic locking rear diff, and this is how far I came the first time, and this is where it starts to get iffy. Water level looks about the same, doesn't look any higher, so we're gonna go down this trail. I'm gonna put the truck in 4 high, and we'll see. Hopefully we don't get stuck. So this mostly feels like hard bottom. We're just pushing a lot of water. There's a couple of sections after this that are a little more sketchy. This water is about up to the running boards. Right up to the running boards. I gotta get a picture of this. So normally you don't want to stop something like that, but it's not soft mud. It's hard bottom. There's a little more grown in than 2 weeks ago. It's mostly soft vegetation. Last time I came through here, I didn't pick up any pinstriping. I am going to be clear coating this tiny little mud pit. There's a few more that are a little more sketchy. So we just keep on momentum here. That's hard bottom. Water level looks about the same. It must have rained this morning. There was more water on the main trail. There's a couple of spots where we'll have to go around. I did watch some YouTube videos and seen some people back here, and by watching that I knew there were a couple bypasses I had to go to the right. This is pretty soft. No problem. This is real sketchy. No problem. Just keep the truck moving, keep the momentum. A couple of roots. I think this is the way I want to go. This is the way I came the last time. Definitely more slippery than last time. Don't stop. Don't stop. Ooh. That was slippery. That was definitely a mud pit. more hard bottom. Let's not get stuck. That would suck. If we had stopped there, we would have been stuck for sure. Soft dirt. Feels a little more difficult this time around. Last time I don't remember having to spin the wheels. Just kind of trying to keep the truck going, so I don't know. We stop and we sink. Another little mud hole. And that was the water up over the hood. This feels like hard bottom, so I'm not gonna go through this too fast. If I feel it starting to bog down, I'll get back on the throttle. No problem. Another path. Here's a big dip right here on the right. Dip on the left. A little mud hole. So watch out for the tree. That mud hole will pull you right into that tree. And I'm getting a phone call. Really? I hate scam likely. There's soft grass. Tree right there. We don't want that to scratch the truck. It's more like safari land. Pothole on the right. I remember there was a big spot where I think this is it coming up. So this is pretty soft in here. There was more water here the last time. This was all underwater. The waters receded a little bit. Don't know if we're going the right way. I did see a cut through over there. I opted to come this way. Problem. Yeah, Chevy, Colorado. Again, this is an LT truck with the automatic locking rear diff, so it's basically a Z71 without the hill descent control, and probably a little bit better with the Icon front coilovers. Somebody's been through here probably with an ATV. And some of this stuff you're definitely not going to get through with two-wheel drive and a locker. Definitely four-wheel drive. It's not real difficult. It's just you gotta have the right tires. And the four-wheel drive, I haven't heard the rear end lock up yet, but sometimes you don't hear it depending on how hard it hits. A little mud hole. That was hard bottom. have to come back and try that other trail that was underwater. I won't do that though without the winch. I probably should have tried this the first time without the winch. But it's marked on the map as a main trail, so you would think it's passable. And then you come up to stuff like this where you don't know how deep it is. You don't know who's been bogged in here before and who's dug ruts. There's another spot where it's mostly just swamp. Feels like hard bottom. So when you feel it soft, then you gotta worry. Here you can hear and I can feel all the rocks. So I know we won't lose traction in here and sink. There's no place to sink. So we came in from up around the bend. I haven't done this trail backwards. So here is a problem. So to the left is a huge pit. And there's a couple YouTube videos where you see people passing this on the right. So this is where we're going. We ain't going through that pit without a winch, nothing to winch to. And there's one more of those bypasses. This is soft bottom, so carry some momentum through that. Here's some soft mud, shallow. And there's one more bypass that I remember where we got to make sure we go to the right. Another soft bottom pit. Got that momentum to carry the front of the truck up. Another soft bottom. Oh, big hole. Somebody got stuck in there. That's the problem. You stop in there and you get stuck in somebody else's rut, you're going to have to winch yourself out. And if you carry a little bit of momentum, you bridge the bottom of the pit where other people have gotten stuck. This feels like hard bottom. It's all hard bottom. It just looks sketchy. That's soft bottom there on the gas. Yeah, okay. That was a little sketchy. Felt hard bottom and it went transition into soft bottom and I felt the truck start to bog. So on with the gas. Get them tires spinning. So we just turn wide. Drop for the trees. Soft on the left, hard on the right. This is all rocks. Should be getting close to the end of the trail. Yeah, it would be nice if all the main trails were like this and weren't all completely graded. Leave us some fun, will you? There's two more trails back here that are on the map and mapped out and identified as primary trails. Bigcypress. Right now, all the secondary trails are closed pending resources. I guess they're making sure that there's no problem with, oh, this is deep. Stand by. No, this is deep. Truck, don't fail me now. Nice. Alright, so in Bigcypress right now, all the only trails that are open are primary trails. All the secondary trails are closed for environmental research and impact studies. This is all soft and hard. So this is identified as a primary trail. There's a couple more, but they look really sketchy. So here's the other bypass. And this I know is soft bottom. So we're gonna go at this with a little bit of ass. Alright. And some more shit we don't know. Oh, look at that. Water over the hood. Nice. T-pole there. Power out of it. Some more mixed hard and soft bottom. And just try to stay in the center of the trail. And I don't think we're deep enough to get water in the water box, but snorkel, maybe getting ordered. The other trails, I'm not sure how they are. Now imagine coming down this trail, never being down it before, and you got one option: either drive right and get out, or get stuck and have no way to communicate. Because out here, I know you heard the phone ring, but cell phone coverage out here is spotty, and if you get stuck out here, you're not going to be calling for help. I do have, yellow. Alright, so I do have a satellite texting device, and hold that thought, because I don't know what this is. It's probably deep as hell. I believe the trail goes this way. Okay, luckily that was all hard bottom. It's deep, probably just above the side steps. The turn will take that a little wide, so we're going to scrape the paint. A little soft bottom pit. This feels like all hard bottom. Feel a couple ruts. Somebody might have gotten stuck in there at some point. Hard bottom. So you can feel where you need to get on the gas and get the truck moving, and where you can feel the hard bottom, where you can just kind of crawl across. It's basically just a puddle. It's the soft stuff you got to watch out for, because that's where you will get stuck. I think the hard stuff is over. I think the rest of it is just soft trail here out to the exit. Another little pit. This part of the trail you really can't sightsee. This is more driving. The other graded trails are where you kind of just cruise along and, you know, look for wildlife, take pictures of flowers. I know we're getting close to the end because we're in another gun safe zone. Approaching the campsite and the exit. Oh, look, turkeys, wild turkeys. Wild turkeys. Them's turkey. That's turkey running down the road. That's dinner there. Where are the hunters? You know what? They're inside the gun zone, the gun safe zone. And turkey ain't stupid. There he goes. Gobble, gobble, gobble. I think I seen them last week I came out here. Well, at least we got them on video this time. Last time, by the time I got the phone out, they were gone. So we're running a regular automotive dash cam. It's a Kenwood, some model. And what's nice about that is it just records, and you can just mark it 5-minute video lengths of 5 minutes. and it's got a timer on it so you can see where it's at. And what's nice when you see stuff like that, you tag and it secures the footage, as opposed to trying to do this with a GoPro and hoping or having to look back through, you know, all your footage. You know that this footage will be in the secure folder. Seen something run over here. I don't know what it was. It might have been another turkey. Would have been cool to see a panther. What do we got there? Turkeys. More turkeys. I guess we're chasing them down the trail. Pole. And there's the exit. So we were able to do all that in 4 high. I don't know if the rear end ever locked up or not. We're going to stop back on for. Oh, check the brakes. Yeah, when you go through puddles, check your brakes because it takes a little while for them to dry off. Get a bunch of mud and stuff in there. And that's the end of that trail. So we'll be heading back to Miami now.